What were Russia's goals in the Treaty of San Stefano? Have you ever wondered how a single treaty could reshape an entire region? The Treaty of San Stefano, signed in 1878 after the Russo-Turkish War, did just that. So, what were Russia's goals in this significant agreement? First and foremost, Russia aimed to expand its influence in Southeast Europe. The treaty proposed the creation of a large, autonomous Bulgarian state under Russian control. This new Bulgarian principality was intended to stretch from the Danube River in the north to the Aegean Sea in the south. It would also reach from the Morava and Vardar valleys in the west to the Black Sea in the east. By establishing this state, Russia sought to weaken Ottoman control over the Balkans and create a strong Slavic ally. Another key objective was to secure control over the Turkish Straits, which include the Bosporus and Dardanelles. This was vital for Russia's long-standing desire to access warm-water ports and expand its naval and commercial reach. In addition to Bulgaria, Russia wanted to recognize the independence or autonomy of other Balkan states such as Serbia, Montenegro, and Romania. However, the recognition was designed to favor Russian interests. For instance, Romania was required to cede southern Bessarabia to Russia. Russia also aimed to diminish Ottoman power in Europe by carving up its territories. This included granting autonomy to regions like Bosnia-Herzegovina and transferring some lands from the Caucasus and Danube region to Russian control. From the perspective of Southeast Europe, the treaty had mixed implications. On one hand, it promised liberation and autonomy for many Balkan peoples, especially the Bulgarians who had long suffered under Ottoman rule. On the other hand, it raised concerns among other Balkan nations and great powers. They feared that placing a large portion of the region under Russian influence would threaten the balance of power and the independence of smaller states. The Treaty of San Stefano alarmed Britain, Austria-Hungary, and other European powers. They viewed the treaty as overly favorable to Russia and Bulgaria. This led to its revision at the Congress of Berlin later in 1878. The initial provisions of the treaty were modified, significantly reducing the size of the Bulgarian state. Regions like Macedonia were returned to Ottoman control, and eastern Rumelia was created as an autonomous province under Ottoman suzerainty. In summary, Russia's goals in the Treaty of San Stefano were to weaken Ottoman control in the Balkans, establish a large Bulgarian state under its influence, secure access to the Turkish Straits, and expand its political and commercial dominance in Southeast Europe. However, these ambitions clashed with the interests of other great powers and some Balkan nations, resulting in diplomatic tensions and changes to the treaty terms.